Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hey everybody, we back
Oh, hello.
again.
We're here,
We're here.
and we're here. We're queer. Get used to it.
Dude. But hell, yeah, what a weird way to start. But hey, welcome back, everybody. It's been quite a week. We've all been everywhere. We've all been out there, and
it's been quite a week. Yeah.
And before we start this show and we get to what we to do, we know what's been going on for the past couple of days, a couple of weeks, and it's a for me. I don't really like to talk about like anything like this kind of like this big on social media or anything, but after what's been going on, I've honestly been like really mad and sad just like what's going on out there. So I do want to bring up what's going on out here, and just as you can tell at the beginning where it was starting soon, you saw that there was a link, and there's one above us that has the link there as well, which if you go on there and you type it on, you'll see a lot of you'll see information. You can do research. If you're not, it's how to say it. It's if you're not able to protest or go out there and have your voice heard out there, there's other ways to support what's going on. There's petitions you can sign. There's stuff
There's donate. There's movements you can donate to.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And there's a lot of information there that you could go on and you could look into, and it's more likely if you're like me in the situation where you work and you have your schedules all over the place and you don't have time to go to a protest to go support everyone, the Black Lives Matter movement. There's other ways to help. There's other ways to support the people and to have your voice heard and to have everybody's voice heard. And with this link here, it's the link that I found that I saw that you can go and support, and even with whatever you can do, it does help. It could help a lot, and it's more of it's to help what's going on out there right now, and
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring awareness and wanted to give each other our thoughts of like kind of how we feel or about this of what's going on. And
Well, all I can say is that this recreation of 1968 with a pandemic is not fun.
yeah.
That's what I've been calling what's been happening. The only difference between the riots and protests is that it's not against the Vietnam War, but it is against a different kind of war altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Which has been happening for much longer than 1968, which is just the war on racism. And I typically don't like to be political, but sometimes, and this specific thing is not political at all.
Yeah.
But while this has been happening, it has then also kind of become political because of the current administration is not doing anything.
Yeah.
But that's all I'll go into
when
it comes to politics.
Same.
But
because of course I know this show is not a show about politics or like big things. This is something that I really care for, because I'm like, we all have friends, and we all want at least for all of our voices to be heard and to show that we love each other and we love everyone out here. And what happened out there is what those cops did is not acceptable. What's going on,
and it hasn't been acceptable.
It hasn't.
This obviously is not the first instinct this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was just the final straw.
Oh yeah.
It has been the final straw for many, many times it's happened. there was something different about this that it caused the whole world to go into protest about it.
It's just been a crazy couple of days or weeks. How long has it been? And my short summary is: go out there and support for who you love, for who you are, and let your voice be heard out there. And if you can't, then there's other ways you can help out if you can't be out there and protesting. But for me, my always thoughts is just, I don't really care who you are, how you look, what do you identify as, the color, anything. I care and I love everyone out there, and I just want that from what we have. But it's a very like weird, it's very like sad, but like kind of situation where we're in here, and I just always wanted that, but we live. It's I don't know how to say it, but just you guys, everyone here matters. You all are loved, and if you show your love out there, and if you could protest. If you could donate, sign petitions, just look up on information that's out there. But that's more.
Do more than just post something on Facebook.
Yeah. Show that you do more than a post in Facebook is just a post in Facebook. There's more that you can do out there to help out, because a post cannot really change that much. But going out there and helping each other get your voices out, so so they can listen and hear. It's something. It's what we have to do right now, I feel. But I feel like that's.
Like,
you were saying?
Nothing. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say, but like, I feel like that's mostly kind of the extent I'll go to, since this show's more focused on games and films. But if there's anything to add up, you can add anything on it.
No, said what I need to say.
Yeah. There's a lot there, but all of you, be safe. We love you all, but let your voice be heard.
But also don't forget that COVID-19 still exists.
Yeah.
Even amidst these protests.
If you're
But that's it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's mostly extent. But let's get back to what we do here, working. But if you keep in mind, the links up here, they'll be everywhere. But just how you been, Robin? How you doing? Let's get back.
Fantastic!
I've been fantastic.
Well, I mean, yesterday I went to a Black Lives Matter protest here in Kingston.
No.
I know we were stopped talking about it, but that's how it's been going. I'm recently re-downloading Battlefield 5 because I want to try to. There's something new coming out that I want to play a bit more of, and I'm also in the works of trying to update my computer, but that's going to take quite a while.
Yeah, that's going to take quite a long time.
Well, not a long time, but it'll take a while.
For me, I just been recently. I got stung by a bee in the eye.
Oh, awesome!
More likely, the story that happened is just I was helping someone load up with the forklift. We're doing some quick loads in the outside garden. I was there, and I noticed something was starting to there was debris flying or some stuff like that. And I saw something, and I thought it was a mosquito, so I closed my eye real quick just to move it out. It turns out it just came to me, and I felt something poke, and all I felt was nothing but burning in my eye. And I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Fuck!" And then the guy in the forklift was like, "You okay, dude?" And then I go, I'm like, "I think a bee stung me." And then after we finished some quick loads, because I didn't want to be bothered, I just wanted to get him out of the way. We finished. He's like, "Oh shit, dude, your eye's swollen." I was like, "Really?"
God.
Because it was to the point where I couldn't even open my fucking eye.
Jesus Christ.
It was that bad, and they go in and they call the manager, and they're like, "Oh shit, dude." And then luckily one of the employees, she helped me take the stinger out of my eye. And oof, they're like, okay, just write a statement and then you could go home if you're not feeling well or not. But my eye was still closed, and like for a while it was like at the point I could open it, but not yet. And I did not trust myself to go driving because I couldn't, like, my eye was like, I can't see shit. So I called my parents. Luckily, my parents were at Walmart. They just left Lowe's and went to Walmart. And I told them, hey, don't get scared or don't be, in short terms, I got stung by a bee in the eye. I'm like, can you guys pick me up and drive me home? And so Jesus. That happened. That happened, yeah. Animal Crossing in real life. And they drove me home. I called off for 2 days. And luckily, yesterday and today were my days off. So yesterday was my eye finally healed. There was a point where one of those days, my eye, like, I woke up in the morning, my eye was, like, swollen. Like, I'm like, what the hell is going on with my eye? And I looked, I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, and I thought it was already getting healed, but no, it kind of got worse. But thankfully it...
I mean, it needs to swell up and then go down in a way, so...
Yeah, but thankfully it's back to normal. It was, not that eye, not this eye. It was this eye. You can't see it, but to the audience, like, it was this eye. Can't see anymore, but it was just like a little scab now. But I could finally see. But you know, my regular shtick on the days off, I try to edit some of the videos, which I promise they should be coming soon. I'm hoping to get them done before the end of this week. I'm hoping. If not next week, I promise you. I promise.
For the love of God, we promise.
For the love of God, we promise. I know that the podcast ones are kind of simple to do. Now that I know what I could work with and I could do them, and I could get them out, like, I could probably get this one out by tomorrow. The other ones is just, like, I want them to look nice and neat. And not nice and neat, but, like, enough to, like, make it, to find, like, the funny parts of them. The parts that make you chuckle.
Yeah.
And, you know, and speaking of the video games, recently the PlayStation was supposedly it was going to be tomorrow that they were going to show off the PS5, but unfortunately with the events, it was a smart move on PlayStation to delay it and wait till later on it happens. But since that's delayed and we don't know when it goes out, but we want to give our thoughts or what we think, what could show up or what we hope can show up on this hour presentation that apparently was going to be,
Yeah, but it was supposed to show the console. Maybe we don't know. We don't know if they were going to or not.
Well, they should because it's been a while.
Yeah. As well as them showing the new games that would be coming with the system.
Yeah.
Whether it's at launch or coming soon, they were going to be showing it. And we don't know what games they were going to show. There was I made a joke that, oh yeah, they're just going to show Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2, and then Spider-Man PS4 again.
And just games that they already came out.
Yeah, but that was the last E3 that they did that. They missed last year's, but the last one they were at, that's all they showed. And I just thought oh, that'd just be funny. But I was so pissed.
Just for an hour long, it's nothing but the trailers for those 3 games.
Yeah. But I know we said we were going to come up with predictions of what they might show.
Yeah.
If and when they do release the date of when the new conference date would be.
Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, I feel like it could be pretty big, because they did say it was going to be, I've heard it was going to be an hour long.
Yeah. I have a feeling that it's going to be that we're going to see, I don't know, I just have this weird feeling, I feel like we're going to see Spider-Man 2. That's one thing I feel like we're going to see, is we're going to see the sequel to Spider-Man PS4, Spider-Man 2. It won't come out till, I feel like it won't be ready till next year, but I feel like that's what we're going to see, is that's going to be one of the trailers in it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a trailer for the new Call of Duty because they have this exclusive thing with PlayStation for some reason. But I feel like that's where we're going to see the new Call of Duty game. It's going to be the trailer from there.
I didn't know that.
For the past couple of years, Activision's had a deal with PlayStation, so like people who wanted to play the Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered, people on PS4 got it first, and then it came later on Xbox. But I don't know. I also think that they might show. Although we did say this for the Xbox One, I feel like they're going to show the Lego the Lego Skywalker Saga.
Oh yeah.
I want to see the release date for that already.
They showed us how the box art's going to be, but I mean, when is it coming out?
I know.
My question is, do you think that the PS5 is it going to? Do you think they're going to postpone the release date of the console, or they're going to release it the same day as the Xbox Series X to compete with it?
I think they're gonna stick with it because even Xbox has been adamant about no, we're going to release it in the winter, and PlayStation, even though safety should be more important, they're still gonna say no, we want to release it at the same time as well to go up against Microsoft.
Yeah, because they still compete.
But that's
two companies that compete.
Yeah, but that's my thinking of it.
Yeah. I feel like for a fact they should show that game that they showed off during the Game Awards, which was the what was it called? The God Eater or something like that? It was going to be a multiplayer game for the PS5.
Yeah, that's what they showed. That was the first PlayStation 5 game they showed.
Yeah.
It didn't look interesting at all.
Yeah, it did.
It didn't. I was just like, okay, cool. It's the first PlayStation 5 game. Why did it have to be this game?
It's like no one really cares for it. It's like, unless they show something about it that'd be like, okay, that's pretty cool, but we know nothing. We know nothing about this game, you know?
Yeah.
But I for guarantee they probably will show off, especially since it's an hour long. You have to show like some games, especially some games that can like show off the power of the PlayStation 5. Because I know that they don't now. I feel like they have to, especially since, especially how they know about the reactions people got when the Xbox had their conference to show off how powerful the Xbox Series X was going to be.
Yeah. This won't happen because there has been multiple sources saying that this probably won't happen for a while, especially from a credible one, Jason Schreier from Kotaku. And I really would want to see an announcement from Rockstar for either GTA 6 or some new game, but I don't think it will happen because Jason Schreier said we're probably not going to hear anything for a while, at least related to GTA 6.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be quite a long time since we get anything for Rockstar. If it took a while, it took a long time for Red Dead, especially since they just they just put GTA 5 for free on the Epic Store for quite a while.
Yeah.
And that was like something that was cool. I got it for free, but I waited for so long just to get it.
I mean, you got it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna complain, and it works fine on my laptop. Looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be cool though. Like, it would be really interesting to show like here's Rockstar's, like, at least Rockstar, like, hey, we're gonna show something off. What I feel though that they could show off, even though it won't really excite me, but it could excite other people, would be the second part of the Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, because they have two different parts, right?
Yeah. I've never played Final Fantasy VII, but I know that the Final Fantasy VII remake really left a mixed taste on a lot of people. Because spoiler alert, the word Final Fantasy VII Remake literally means they remade the story.
They remade the story. I know that there was some other, like, it's kind of like with Resident Evil 2 remake. They had to change some stuff story wise.
But this wasn't. They changed it story wise. It wasn't until the ending when they literally like changed what's gonna. So like, a lot of people don't really know what's gonna happen in the second part because of what they did in the ending of the game. Because it completely. It was like the final battle with the Sephiroth, and like something with time or some shit happened where Sephiroth has power over it or something like that. So to the point where everyone doesn't really know what's gonna happen in the second part because they figure because they know how the original game goes, but this one gives it to like, oh shit, they changed a lot of things, so they don't know how the second part's gonna be, which a lot of people are very mixed into, but I don't know about it.
We'll just have to see what happens. I mean, I haven't played. The only Final Fantasy game I really played was 10, but even then, it was just for a little bit. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't really get into the Final Fantasy games, but I understand the importance of 7. Mm-hmm. Because people have been waiting for it for a long time. Mm-hmm. So I can understand if something seems different, and then you have to wait for a whole new part to come out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can understand being pissed off about that. Especially
because with the second one, what I've heard and what I've kind of known about it is after that whole first part they did with Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ooh, excuse me. All took place in Midgar, which is like this small town that they live in, and they expanded on that and all that, which could be good to or bad. I don't know. But the second part of it is once they leave Midgar, they go out and they explore the world. So basically, this whole game might basically be an entire open world game.
I mean, that would be cool. But I think the last Final Fantasy game was also open world, so it'd be kind of cool to be able to explore the world of Midgar. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh yeah, what? Okay. Go on. My bad.
I'm like wondering, well, what other games would we think they would be showing off? Mm-hmm. Because honestly, I really don't know, because I only think of Spider-Man 2, maybe it's some Rockstar thing, but I really doubt that will happen.
Yeah. I'm kind of feeling what I feel they should show is, instead of telling us about the specs, to show us the specs. Like, instead of just trailer after trailer, like, I want to see them compare, like, give us, like, get an old game get an old PS4 game. So, like, grab, like, Spider-Man or God of War, and then compare it of how it is on the PS4 and the PS5. That's kind of how I wanted to see.
God of War 2. Ooh. That's another one. I'm sorry. I just realized, like, what if they showed God of War 2?
Yeah.
But
I don't think they should. Like, this could be cool, like a new Crash game or a new Spyro game. That'd be cool, but I don't feel like that's a game they should show to how powerful the PS5 can be. But, like, I would, like, imagine, like, oh, here's God of War 1 on the PS4, and here's God of War 1 here's the God of War game on the PlayStation 5, and compare how the loading is faster and how everything can be, like, basically improved. Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
To see that.
Are we gonna get Minecraft PS5 edition?
oh
God.
Knack 3.
Oh my God, I forgot about Knack.
Because remember how Knack 2 came out with the PS4? So I'm like, what if they do Knack 3?
Well, Knack came out with the PlayStation 4 first,
what if that's their launch game, Knack 3? You guys got Halo, well, we have Knack.
Hell yeah.
Knack 3, baby! Let's go!
Oh my God. I remember playing that game at the demo thing at GameStop. I'm just like, how is this a launch title? It's a mini game. I mean, it's not it's not bad, but it's not. I wouldn't praise this as a launch title.
I never played NAC at all, and I don't plan on to. But I would. That's like I could, or like I have heard kind of rumors of you know the Shadow of the Colossus game, the company that did the remake for that game, Blue Point. Well, what I've heard is Blue Point's working on another game that they're remastering, but it's for the PS5. Like they have a deal with Sony.
They're remastering the Last Guardian, or are they remastering Ito?
None of them.
Ito's their first game.
Yeah.
That they've made. That's why I'm wondering if that's what they're remaking.
Well, this is Blue Point's the one that does the remasters, and what I've heard a rumor about is they're gonna It's I don't know if it's real or not, but it's like a little small rumor that's what Blue Point's doing is Demon Souls, which is like before Dark Souls.
Oh shit!
Like a full-on remaster of that game, which I feel like a lot of like a Dark Souls fans would really go get that one.
Wow. Like honestly, I'm just stumped because I really don't know what to show, because I feel like they're also going to show a bunch of new IP also.
Mm-hmm. Which that would be cool though, like a new IP of some games.
So I mean, I really don't know. I can't really come up with full valid answers.
Really something.
I would want to see if we're gonna go outside of specific consoles. I would want to see Bethesda show off either
the Skyrim. Their Elder Scrolls games.
Elder Scrolls. Either the Elder Scrolls game or the other one that StarCraft or something like that. No, it's a different game.
No, Stargate or whatever it's called.
I think so.
Their new IP.
I want to see what their new Starfield. I want to see what their new IP is about, and they haven't said anything about it.
None of their games haven't said anything about them, and I feel like that would be a perfect time because I feel like that's what they're leaving up for.
And please have it be a new goddamn engine. I'm tired of it being the same engine from Elder Scrolls 3. That's how long they've been using it.
Jesus Christ, man!
They've been
is that the same
engine?
Is that the same engine for?
God.
Shut
up, Edgar! Shut up!
I'm trying to say so. Is that the same? Is that the same engine from Fallout? Is that the same one they use for Fallout?
Yes, it's the same. They've been using the same engine since 2005.
Fuck.
Yes, they've just been updating it, and they've called it a different name. But they've been using the same exact engine since 2005, and that was for Morrowind.
Morrowind?
Yeah, Morrowind was the first one that they made with that new engine. Then they made then 2008 came along with Fallout 3. Then they released Oblivion, and then in 2010 they released Oblivion came out in 2006. Then 2008 was Fallout 3. Then 2010 was Fallout New Vegas. And then we had Skyrim in 2015, I think. 2011. And then they kept re-releasing that game. And then we got Fallout 4 in 2015. So yeah, they all is, and then eventually 76. So it's all been on the same engine, and a lot of people who have been fans of Bethesda until 76. We've been asking for a new engine. It's like, come on, use a new engine, make a new engine.
I'm sad to say, but I feel like if they ever do show off those new games, it's gonna be. I feel like the way they are is probably gonna be in the new engine, but they could surprise us. I mean, not in the new engine. It'll be in the same damn engine they use, but they could surprise us and give us a new engine.
It seems like at least I would give them the benefit of the doubt with whatever the hell the new IP is called.
Starfield or whatever.
Yeah, with Starfield. I can give them the benefit of the doubt with Starfield. Kind of. But when it comes to Elder Scrolls 6, their biggest series title, that needs to be at least a new engine.
I feel like even with Starfield, they have to put in a new engine because it's gonna look all like similar, and it's like, really?
It's. I mean, literally, Starfield is like. I would agree with that more because Starfield's going to be an open world, but it's like, just imagine that. It's like it's gonna. From what I hear, I feel like it's gonna be like the idea of No Man's Sky, where you can travel throughout the universe and land at every planet you see, and each planet has a different ecosystem and stuff like that. I feel like it's going to be like that, but 10 times overhauled because it's a Bethesda game.
Damn.
And I feel like they're gonna. Maybe they'll limit it to not the universe, but they'll do it where it's like 2 or 3 different solar systems in one galaxy. So that way you would have the ability to light speed to those solar systems, and then they'll have detailed planets that you get to go visit.
Interesting. Who knows?
That's what I hope it'll be. I think that would be really cool.
It ends up being a Skyrim mod. Here, Starfield, totally Starfield, not Skyrim mod.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I feel that's just this. The PlayStation 5 has something they could surprise us with. I just hope some surprises or anything that will excite us.
I hope that these new systems, though, because recently, this is how I view it. This has to do with watching movies on these consoles. So, because both PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and the Series X, they each have 4K resolution going all the way to 8K. I wonder if it'll not only play Blu-ray, because right now, I have a feeling that Blu-ray is now becoming the DVD, because DVD is becoming the new VHS. Mm-hmm. Just how it's slowly dying out, and there's more and more Blu-ray than there is DVDs to buy.
Yeah, DVDs are basically just the new VHS.
And so, I have a feeling, and you know how there's the recent the 4K resolution DVDs that they release.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's the new Blu-ray, and PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, they're going to have those players built inside of them that also plays Blu-ray. So it's going to be like, oh yeah, if you buy the 4K DVD stuff, you can play it on your PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X as well as Blu-ray.
Nice.
Maybe DVD.
I feel like that would be that they should be doing that. I feel like that would be a very smart move for them to continue doing that.
But like I said, we'll see what happens. I mean, we've seen the tech stuff from at least PlayStation that it can do it, but they don't show it to us. They just show us like, oh, let's look what's underneath the console. No, show us what the console looks like.
We want to see the console. All you showed us was the fucking controller.
Which looks kind of cool after a while.
Yeah, looks kind of decent.
At first, yeah. Well, that's all I have for the PlayStation 5 thing.
Yeah, same here. Hopefully, soon, maybe sooner or later, they can show it off, show some games, just the regular gist of them.
But speaking of Blu-ray, I recently watched Uncut Gems on Netflix.
That's true. And I rewatched a bit of it, but I have that drilled into my brain about it. I really love it. But it was your first time watching it, right?
Yeah, it was my first time watching it, and all I could say is that it's pretty good. Oh man, that the ending to it is really.
Oh yeah. We're not gonna try. We'll try our best not to spoil anything, but
I'm not gonna I'm gonna not spoil anything.
yeah.
So
hopefully nothing we say should be very spoilery. Just
because this is something that you guys need to watch on your own, and you can watch it on Netflix if you have Netflix.
yeah, it's on Netflix right now. It's been on Netflix since May 16th. I want to say.
Yeah,
it's been on Netflix.
And it's really good.
Yeah. Here's one. Do you like it? Which one do you prefer? Since it's Good Time or Uncut Gems? Which one do you think is better?
Uncut Gems.
Really?
I prefer Uncut Gems. Yeah.
Wow.
I like Good Time. It's a good movie, but there's something about Uncut Gems that like it's just that ending is the thing that gets me, and it's more memorable than that of Good Time for me.
Yeah, I get you.
Because it was so unexpected. It's like, what the fuck? And just like that's what caught me off my scene. I was like, holy shit. And then yeah.
I remember watching it at I remember watching it in the theaters, and I'm just sitting there on my own. And then when I saw the ending, my jaw was like, "Oh fuck!" And I was so conflicted of like what my thoughts were in the end. And then the more I thought about it, the more I liked it. I really liked the ending for it. But the movie's basically about Adam Sandler. He's playing a character called Howard. I think it's Howard, right?
Yeah, Howard. A Jewish jewelry store owner who recently gets a rare black diamond from Ethiopia, and it's still inside the rock, and that is the specific diamond that he got is incredibly rare.
Yeah,
and that's essentially the whole focus on the movie is him a basketball player takes it and keeps it, and he's trying to get it back so he can sell it at an auction.
Oh yeah, and he's trying to get
he's trying to pay back loan sharks.
Yeah, and he's also he's really into gambling. Really likes to risk a lot of things.
Hence why he needs to pay back the loan shark.
Yeah, and the whole movie is just him trying to get it back, and it's like a whole ride of just being really stressed, of like when he's gonna get it back, or like even something worse happens.
Yeah,
I will say I was really impressed with the I feel bad not knowing his name, but the basketball player. Because he's an actual basketball player in real life, and he did really.
Yeah, he's playing himself he's playing him. He's plays for the Celtics. I forgot his name.
Mm-hmm. But he did really good in the movie.
Oh yeah, no, he did.
His performance was, and that's what I feel. That's what I like about the Safdie brothers, is they really know how to work with actors, or like work with people. Because he has actors, but they also like.
His name is Kevin Garnett.
There you go, Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, he's a basketball player for the Celtics who's won NBA. Who's won a couple of I don't know how many he's won for the Celtics.
Damn.
NBA titles.
Badass.
And only once.
Yeah, and what I was saying is just because the Safdie brothers know how to work with not just actors but people. And he can make the people in the film like feel real, like even if they're not like an actual actor, if they're just like, I don't want to say amateur, but just like your average person that just goes in and doesn't really know much of acting. They know how to change that into making them like, oh shit, these are some good actors.
Yeah,
that's what I love about that, and I feel like I haven't seen that many of Adam Sandler's films, but as of now, this is one of my favorite performances from him.
This one's behind. This one, no, that's not behind. It is it's his best performance, but I feel like his second best performance, because he's not an actor for much. He is an actor.
Yeah.
But most of his films is comedy films.
Yeah.
But I still feel that his best performance was in Click.
Oh, really?
Not better than Uncut Gems, but I mean, like, if you're gonna take Uncut Gems out of the picture, like, Click was the only one where his character actually gave me a lot of emotion.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen Click yet, so I can't say.
Oh man, it's just the ending. It makes you cry every goddamn time. Oh God.
And that's
It's
like
on- I
go
I
on.
think Click is on Netflix. I think you can watch it on Netflix.
I
But
know
I don't
the-
know how long it's been there. So
Yeah, I'll probably check it out in a bit. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, this is when I saw this movie and then I saw like the nominations for the Academy Awards. I was really mad. Not just
my brother messaged me. He didn't really watch. I don't know if he watched all of Uncut Gems, but this is what he said. You forgot to mention the sad part about Uncut Gems. They didn't let Adam Sandler do the funny voices. And like, I'm just like, that's not the point of
the movie.
God damn it. Anyway.
Yeah, but him and Willem Dafoe were the two actors that I was really mad that didn't get any nominations for anything.
I'm just like, from the two movies I've seen from the Safdie brothers, I'm surprised they didn't get any nominations.
Yeah, they've got him for like indie awards and all those.
They need these are good movies that don't need to be passed up by the Academy. I'm just so surprised.
Yeah, and this movie came out in the year where it was really good for films.
Mm-hmm.
It was a damn good year for it, and this was like on my top list of like great favorite movies of that year. But
I'm still. I like Uncut Gems, but I don't think it beats 1917. For me, I still really like 1917.
I get you. I know you and me have indifference of it, but I don't hate 1917. It's a movie that
fuck you.
Oh, fuck you too, huh? For me, it's like it was an experience to watch it in theaters. I will say that. For me, my favorite movie of 2019 was The Lighthouse, and I always I say that so many times.
It's really good.
That's a movie. Go on.
If there was a BioShock movie, I would want who directed The Lighthouse?
Robert Eggers.
I would want Robert Eggers to direct the BioShock movie.
I'd watch that. I know that
whenever I watch The Lighthouse, and after there was something in the back of my mind that's like, something seems very familiar about this. Mm-hmm. Just the theme of it, like it just felt familiar. And then I recently started replaying the BioShock collection. And I'm like, oh shit. I don't. That's where I'm getting this feeling from. Like, especially the older BioShock 1 and 2 when they're in Rapture City. It's like,
yeah,
this has the same type of tone and feel as the Lighthouse does.
Yeah, I can't say how much I would one day. I want to talk about The Lighthouse. I don't know, for me, I fucking love that movie so much. The more I watch The Lighthouse, the more it makes me happy. The more I love it. But with Uncut Gems, I rewatched most of it this morning. I haven't fully finished it, but I remember it's just the impact it gave me when I saw it in theater. It was just like, oh shit, I fucking love this movie. I just love how the Safdie brothers can make these movies feel very intense. And I don't know if it's because of the camera work or the way they set up the whole story to make it feel like just a whole abundance of anxiety going on.
Yeah.
That's just... And the cool thing is, apparently they've signed up to do a TV show.
Oh, really?
With HBO, I believe.
I thought that was Parasite.
I think that was Parasite, but I heard a while ago that the Safdie brothers signed a contract to do a TV show series with HBO or some other company.
Huh.
I know. Hey, more stuff with them, I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do enjoy...
Well,
go on.
No. What were we saying?
Oh, I was gonna...
enjoy what?
I will say, I guess I liked the way they used the camera more in Good Time than they did in Uncut Gems, I will say. Because I did like the very intense close-ups it had with the actors to make it feel very claustrophobic wherever they're at.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. But you were gonna go on?
Well, there's just something different about it. It felt like it's just something you need to experience by watching it on your own.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I would. That's what I would say.
It also just shows, just how good of an actor Adam Sandler can be.
Yeah, because it's like for quite a long time now. He's been in movies that like a lot of us are just like, no, it's like it's just real bad comedies from him. But it's like we all forget that he may do a lot of those, but like he's honestly like actually really good actor if he tries. Like when he really tries, and when he's with the right director and with the right people, he can do a really fantastic job. And this is a strong example of one of them. I know he's done a lot of other movies with other directors that he's done really good, that I really want to check out, like Punch Drunk Love, I believe it's called.
Oh yeah, I've heard good things about Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah, I remember Lori telling me about that movie that he's done, so I'm like, I want to check that one out too, because it's always it's like that with some actors. It's like if you have the right people with you and the right director to motivate you with it, he can really show off his skills as an actor.
I think that's another thing with Adam Sandler. Like, I understand, like, a lot of people who just don't like his movies because a lot of his comedies are just bad.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I don't know. Whenever I watch movies by Happy Madison Productions, that's, like, including David Spade and everybody in it, like, I enjoy watching them because I believe the friendships that are in it, because the people who are in there, they're actually friends in real life.
Oh yeah.
So that's what feels real to me. Yes, the writing may be bad, the stories may be bad, but
the friendship isn't.
To me, the friendship and the acting between the two, I can't get mad at it. Yeah. There's something about movies that Adam Sandler has done that I just can't get mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
But side note, I still haven't seen Pixels.
Oh,
so I don't know. I want
you haven't. You're a lucky man. Oh, oh my god!
But I remember watching. It recently released on Netflix. It's a Netflix exclusive movie. It's called. Oh man, it's with David Spade. It's another comedy.
David Spade.
Yeah. It's called The Wrong Missy. That's what it is.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's a comedy. It's for me. It like I liked it. I know it's a bad movie, but I liked it because I think it's just the what happens with the theme of it and what happens in the story of it. It's like, no, I get it. I understand that what's happening through it. I don't want to talk about it too much because I want it not. It's not like it will get to me. It's just like I don't want to. We're not here to talk about this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be more like I don't want to spoil a lot.
Yeah. What the hell going on now? But also who's in this movie is I forgot her name. But it's Elsa, the one who plays Elsa. She plays Adam Sandler's wife.
Oh, yeah. Idina Menzel?
No? Yeah. She's in this one, and she does a really good job. Yeah. I would say that. She does really good.
Serious right now?
I know you're right. It's Uncut Gems is really a movie that you have to see it for yourself. You can't. It's like us talking about it. It's really difficult to tell you with spoilers and without it. But it's spoilers, yeah. It's a movie that you need to like go on and watch it for yourself because it's a really good time. Especially both of the Safdie brothers films that they made. I don't know about the other one.
Yeah.
They're really just like go on.
Well, I was like saying like there's I know that one advocate for Uncut Gems is Pete Davidson, because he saw it and he really liked it. Never stopped talking about it. He basically became like an unofficial producer for it by just saying, "Oh, you need to go see it." It's one of that I've seen in my life. You need to see it.
Say that again, because you kind of cut off.
Pete Davidson said he kind of became an unofficial producer because he said like he kept talking about how great the movie was and how it's the best movie ever and everybody needs to see it. And I keep wondering, like, is he like involved with it at all? And I looked, he's not even acting in it, he's not producing it.
Oh damn!
He just really loved the movie.
Hey, it's a good movie. I'm just saying.
And speaking of Pete Davidson, there is one movie I want to see that's coming out soon, where it's basically about him dealing with the death of his dad.
That sounds familiar.
It's called the King of Brooklyn or something like that. No, King of Staten Island. That's the name of the movie.
Okay.
I'm kind of excited. I want to see it. It looks really good.
I need to see that. I need to see like something about it because I've heard about that. I've heard about that kind of situation, like plot story about it.
Yeah.
Swag.
I'll send it to you and you can watch it later.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it. I think it looks really good. But all right, well, that's all I have to say for Uncut Gems, unless we're going to rate it.
What would you rate it, Robin? Out of the 5 stars.
Out of 5 stars, I'd give it 4.5.
Nice.
What would you give it?
That's exactly the same one I gave it.
Yeah.
I gave it a 4.5 stars, and it's real close to the 5. It's just I need to watch it kind of a couple of times to fully see if it gets a 5-star, but it's definitely nothing lower.
Oh my god.
What?
It's just my brother. He just put like Robin on Twitch. My retard brother, on the other hand, has a stupid opinion on the movie. You can't say that on my channel, Robin. No, you don't understand. This is the guy who runs my Twitter account. Edgar. Oh, that makes sense.
Did he put that on Twitter, or did he message you that?
No, he messaged me that. I'm just like, God damn it.
We're close to the end of it, and usually how I'm going to end this is we're going to do the untitled segment idea.
Yes.
The
untitled segment.
The untitled segment, which is what we've recently seen or played or anything of those. So, Robin, what have you recently played or watched?
I recently rewatched Selma last night. And it was really powerful and a good time to be watching it right now.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
And it's so weird because when you watch it and you've been hearing about what's been happening, it's like, holy shit. Like almost a lot of the shit that's happening in the movie is identical to happening right now.
Yeah.
It's so yeah.
I remember seeing it.
If you haven't watched it, Edgar, you need to rewatch it.
Yeah, I've seen it before. It's been a while since I've seen it. Is it like on Netflix or Amazon or?
We had to rent it on Amazon Prime.
Amazon? I'll check where it's at because I've been meaning to rewatch that one.
It's like $4 to rent it. So
not bad. I know. Yeah. Well, I remember watching it like quite a long while ago, and that was because younger, it was like, I remember when I was younger, I had to do a report on like a person like very iconic, on like in history, and I remember like everyone took like other ones, and then I saw one, I'm like, I'll do him. I did Martin Luther King Jr. as a kid because I'm like, I wonder who he is. I picked him. He was like one of the last ones that they picked because I saw Junior and I'm Junior, so I'm like, I'll see him, and then I just look what he was about, and then ever since that time I've always wanted to see like anything that was about him. And then I heard Selma came out. I'm like, I watched that. Then towards the end, I just started crying. So
the thing that's interesting about Selma is that all the speeches that Dr. King says in the movie, mm-hmm. they had to write their own because his speeches are copyrighted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they had to they had to do their own speeches, but the speeches are still really good in it because I think it also helps that the actor really sells it.
Yeah.
And it works so well. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. I really want to.
So what have you recently played, watched, or listened to?
I've recently actually been playing. I haven't seen anything recently. Just trying to catch up on other stuff. But I've been recently starting to play. I've been playing 2 games. Well, 3 games. 2 games. I'll say 2 games because I've already said Animal Crossing. I've played that quite a while. The first game I started playing was Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I recently bought that a while ago during my day offs. A real while ago. I don't remember when I started playing it. I remember playing on the Wii U and I really liked it. It's a very good. I personally love it. It's a Dynasty Warriors mixed with the Zelda universe, and it's not a Zelda game, but it's a really fun hack and slash fighting Dynasty Warriors game. But the second game I've been recently playing, and I'm really loving it, is GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5. I've never played the story mode. I've only fucked around in the game and killed people and made the cops get after me and shit. And that's all I've done for years, and it wasn't until when it was free on the Epic Store was when I finally got to download it, and I had to wait a couple of days to download it, and I finally got to play it, and I'm really, really loving the story about it. I can see how these characters, because at first I'm I don't know about it, because I've always seen people they're not that great and all this. It's it's fun to fuck around, but playing it on my own, I'm these characters are fucking great. They're really cool characters. And I believe, I think it was you who told me, but you told me that, I think it was you who told me that the person who voiced Trevor is actually someone who just who originally, not originally, but was in prison.
No, Stephen Ogg was not in prison. I think it was. Who did I? I remember saying that the person who played Aunt Viv, the first Aunt Vivian from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, she voices the aunt. She voices Franklin's aunt.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I don't know who told me. Someone said someone voiced who was an ex-prisoner or something. I don't know who I heard it from. That's why I was
I do know that the voice actor for Franklin, his cousin is the voice actor of CJ from San Andreas.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, that's also another cool thing I found out. I was oh shit, that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know who. I can't. I don't think I remember. I don't remember who.
Yeah.
But
I love the characters in it. I really love Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. And I'm
Trevor's my favorite character.
Trevor's fucking hilarious. Trevor's fucking hilarious. I just got to the part where you start playing as Trevor, and then Trevor goes to San Andreas, the place where they're all at, so he can.
Oh, you mean Los Santos?
Yeah, I went to go to Los Santos, and he just goes in there, and he burns down some meth heads' place, their own brewery, and then now I'm at the part where Michael's family all left the house. And he's all alone.
Now he's in Shady Sands.
No, he's still he's still in his house. Yeah, and now but at the moment I'm with Franklin, and I just did an he did an assassination that I played, and now he's going on some other mission with I forgot his name. Anyways, overall I'm really
Lamar,
I think Lamar, the one that has the cane. That does.
Lester.
Lester, there you
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm really loving GTA 5. It's a really fucking good time. But I've never played San Andreas though. My first GTA was.
You should. It's on Steam. You can get it on Steam.
Mm-hmm. My first GTA was GTA 4. The more of the not favorite of everyone's.
You should get San Andreas.
San Andreas? I've been wanting to get that one.
Yes. It's a really good game. I still think it's the better GTA.
Really? Story-wise or overall gameplay as well?
Overall. Like I have a lot more fun with with that game than with 5. I like 5. Don't get me wrong, 5 is good, but I've had a lot more fun with San Andreas.
Yeah, and that's what I like about GTA a lot. It's no matter what GTA you get, it's kind of like San Andreas or 4 to an extent, and 5. It's always fun to just fuck around those games.
It's like with my brother. Like his favorite is Vice City.
Nice.
Like his is Vice City. Then I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna guess what his rank would be. I think it's Vice City, then it's San Andreas, and then it's 5, and then I don't know what the rest are. But
and I hope I feel like that's what Rockstar knows is like the main core of like what a lot of people love about GTA is like it's how you play around in this world or in this city or town or whatever you make in GTA. It's like it's always fun to like mess around and do stupid stuff in there.
Once you play San Andreas, you'll realize just how much more empty GTA 4 was.
Mm-hmm.
Because San Andreas was the last, I guess I would say, main title, and then GTA 4 came out.
I know it sold. Like, I remember it sold. I know a lot of people. I've looked it up where it's like it sold a lot, but that was because it was the new GTA out there.
Yeah, everybody's gonna go for the new GTA. It doesn't matter if in the end of it it's gonna be good or bad. And not to say GTA 4 is bad. It's not bad. It's good, but it's just if you're gonna be comparing, GTA 4 is just lackluster compared to San Andreas.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of extra little things you can do in San Andreas that you can't do in 4, and that's why they brought a lot of the stuff back in 5.
Listen, yeah. So. But I remember just playing GTA. I never fully beat GTA 4 because I was always, for me, GTA was always a game that I loved to like fuck around with and just be stupid in there. But now that I have GTA, like now that I own my own GTA game, it's just me like now I'm gonna play the story and see what I can do in there besides fucking around, and I'm really having a fucking good time.
That's good.
And maybe I'll hopefully whenever I get paid or any time in the future I am gonna buy San Andreas because that's another game on my list.
I don't think it's that much, but yeah, I totally recommend getting it.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's that time of the hour. We're close to 4:00. But any last words? Anything you want to say, Robin, before we end the stream?
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Black Lives Matter. We all love you guys. Stay safe. Let your voice be heard from those people. The link is up here. The link is everywhere. And we'll all see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. See ya.
See ya.
Adios. Bye.